Oh, hi there. I didn't realize I'd actually pushed record on the camera yet. I guess you just caught me reading my Legend of Zelda Rule Historia. If there's one thing you'll know about me is I really love The Legend of Zelda. It's probably my favorite game franchise of all time. You have A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, OG Zelda. They're all great games. It's really hard for me to choose which one I like the best. But I also got to thinking, you know, if you're familiar with the franchise, there's quite a few links throughout the game series, and I was wondering which ones I like best. So I decided to make a video of the top 5 links in the Legend of Zelda series. Now I'm going to be basing this off things I actually did in the game and just some personal preference. I'm only going to be doing one entry per video, and I guess we're going to start with number 5. Starting the list off at number 5 is Link from Twilight Princess. Now, why Twilight Princess Link? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. Firstly, Twilight Princess Link is pretty relatable. He starts off as the farm boy of Links. He appears to be very well liked around his small village of Ordon, and spends most of his days out at the ranch as a simple goat herder. Nintendo really put an emphasis on him being just an all-around good guy. Another plus we can add here is Twilight Princess Link may just be the snappiest dresser of the whole bunch. Just look at his lovely green tunic, complete with chainmail and that fancy leather gauntlet. Those light spirits must really be the best tailors in all of Hyrule. We also get to see him sport that sweet Zora armor, complete with the underwater ninja look. He is even willing to shell out his hard-earned rupees on fashionable magic armor. Apparently the cost of fashion is extreme discomfort. One thing not to be overlooked is just how big of a ladies' man Twilight Princess Link turned out to be. From the very beginning, you see an implied relationship with Ilia from his hometown of Ordon. And that doesn't really seem to go away because she's waiting for him to come home at the end of the game. And then obviously there's Midna, who he grows close to throughout the course of the game. She drops a few hints that she has feelings for Link, but a big one comes right before she returns to the Twilight Realm at the end of the game. And then of course there's Zelda. There's not really much exploration between their relationship in this game, but there are a few parts that kind of make it seem like they might dig each other. He even finds some time to get some fangirls back in Hyrule Castletown. Twilight Princess Link might also be the stoutest Link in the entire series. I mean, seriously, just check this out. I don't know what kind of workout routine he was on over at Ordon Village, but it paid off. Also, keep in mind he's doing that on his own. No power bracelets or gauntlets necessary. Not only is he strong, but he's skilled in pretty much every type of combat. It's implied that Link got some sword training from Rashul back in Ordon, but as the game progresses we get to see him trained by the hero's Shade. Eventually, Link learns some new skills to be able to take on all kinds of armed foes. He is also a crackerjack archer. Just look at all those beautiful shots. And if it wasn't enough just to be a good archer and swordsman, he takes it to the next level. That's right, horseback archery and swordsmanship. This Link spends some real quality time on horseback. Epona definitely sees more combat in this game than any other mount in the entire series. She even gets in on the final battle. I'm also pretty sure he has the courage thing handled. Twilight Princess Link does see his fair share of formidable opponents. Some of the ones worth noting include regular fights with King Bulbin, both on horseback and one-on-one. He also takes on a few dark nuts throughout the game, which are always a pain. There's also Darksword, who is basically a demon ghost. Link gets in a cool underwater fight with the huge aquatic monster Morpheal. I guess all it took was a big hook to reel him in. The reanimated corpse Stalwart is one of the more memorable and unique battles Link has to endure. He also puts down a giant spider, the obligatory dragon, a fire monster, an ice monster thingy, and some gross parasitic plant. These all lead into a fight to free the Twilight Realm from the usurper King Zant, who mimics some previous enemies and has a very unique style of sword fighting. In the main event, Link charges into the conquered Hyrule Castle to face off against the real threat, Ganondorf, who apparently had spent his time in exile watching Ghostbusters and wanted to battle in a Gozer style setup. Link takes him on in an epic 4-part battle. He starts out by freeing the possessed Princess Zelda. Ganon then kicks it into beast mode, but is once again bested by Link. Trying to finish off Ganon herself, Midna warps Link and Zelda to Hyrule Field, but is promptly defeated. With Ganondorf now on horseback, Link enlists the help of Epona. He also gets some help from Zelda here, who taps into her power to conjure up some light arrows. With Ganondorf eventually unhorsed, Link finally gets his one-on-one sword fight. In the end, Link plunges the Master Sword through his chest, severing his bond with the Triforce of Power, and, you know, killing him. But kudos to Ganondorf for dying on his feet like a man. There are a few things that do keep Twilight Princess Link from being higher on the list. For starters, so far he has only been in one installment of the series. He did do a lot in one game, but who knows, maybe we'll get to see him do more in the future. This Link also does seem to get a lot of help from others during the course of the game. More so it seems than some of the other Links. He gets a lot of help from Midna throughout the game, letting him warp around and transform freely back into a wolf. He also gets some help from Zelda in a couple different places, including the light arrows at the end of the game. There are also the members of the Resistance that point him in the right direction, and even help him out at Hyrule Castle. There were others who helped throughout the game, but on the bright side, he did seem to make a lot of valuable friends. Also, I don't know what kind of face this is, but I guess he handled meeting Oku about as well as anyone could be expected to. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my video. Be sure to like and subscribe for future videos, and if you feel like it, you can check out my video I did on Yoshi's Island.